I don't endorse this attitude from Naoya Inoue. I don't like this attitude from Naoya the Monster Inoue. Right now, there's some controversy in regards to him stacking his gloves, stacking his wraps, right? And as a fan of Naoya Inoue, this just doesn't sit well with me. Stephen Fulton Jr. himself, I haven't heard anything from him as of me making this video, but you're hearing rumors that this fight may or may not happen now. Because Naoya Inoue says this: Japan has its own local rules. Even in the US, there are local rules in each state, and the winding methods are different. Our fight will be held in Japan on 25th, so of course I will follow the Japanese rules. Don't suck it up, just fight, end quote. That's what the monster had to say in regards to the hand wrapping situation. He pretty much said, suck it up, just fight, right? Just fight, you know? I'm stacking my gloves, I'm doing what I gotta do, and yeah, this is what we do this in Japan.
Career.
We do this in Japan, right? We stack our gloves and, you know, just suck it up, buttercup, and fight. I don't like this attitude from the monster, man. And it also raises question, you know. It raises question as to, is this the reason why he has this crushing power that he displays in his fights, right? But Timothy Bradley had to break it down for people and to tell him that this is not, pretty much is illegal, right? And of course, Mark Kriegel, one of the few guys in boxing I dislike, right? I do not like Mark Kriegel. He seemed to get pretty upset about Timothy Bradley spilling the beans, right?
What you have to do is you have to put a little bit of gauze around, and then you're able to put some tape there, and then you can put the gauze over and some tape. What Inoue is doing is he's basically somewhat building a cast around his hand with tape, which is illegal. You can't put it on the bare skin. And after I watched that video, I was saying, my God, like, it's a lot of tape that he's putting around to protect his hand.
See, they don't want Timothy Bradley doing this. Timothy Bradley received a lot of heat, right? And we know why. But here, he's telling people, and he's going against the grain, against the machine, telling people, like, look, man, that ain't right.
And then he's going to put gauze, more tape, and gauze again, and more tape. That's called double stacking. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada or wherever he fought. It's not right. It basically, what you have to do is I'm sure his punch is probably intensified by times 10.
Wow.
When he hits his opponents. No doubt about it.
Are you accusing Naoya Inoue of cheating?
I'm not accusing him of cheating. I'm just saying it's illegal. I'm just saying it's illegal,
and look, this is the same energy that I got when I relayed the message that Inoue didn't want to take the test in, et cetera, et cetera. Dudes came at me like, bro, I'm just letting you know what it is, right? Just like Timothy Bradley. Look, I ain't accusing him nothing, but I'm telling you, as me, as a professional boxer, as a Hall of Famer, as a multi-time world champion, et cetera, I'm letting you know this ain't right.
They let him fight with it, but I'm glad that, you know, Fulton's camp is aware of it, and they're not going to allow it to happen.
Well, his trainer has said, look, we're not going to allow him to step in the ring if that is allowed. That's a big threat to make, and especially with all the money at stake. But he says, my fighter's safety is at stake and is more important than anything else. So we really are going to have to see this game of chicken play out, and maybe they meet halfway. I mean, stacking is allowed in Texas, Nevada.
So they trying to justify stacking the gloves, man. You know, this is just basically what I'm getting from everything. I don't like it, me personally. If you were really a bad motherfucker, you don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no stacked gloves. You don't need no manipulated gloves. You don't need no nothing, bro. If you really that dude, you can go up in there and beat whoever with what you got. Right? But if you got to stack your gloves, if this is, I'm following the Japanese rules, okay. If Inoue was like, all right, if you don't like it, all right, I'll still beat you without the wraps. I would have respected that a lot more. He said, you know what? I'm not even going to wrap my gloves how I normally wrap them. I'll still beat you anyway. I would have respected that much, much more. But yeah, you guys, that's the latest. We don't know if this fight's going to happen. Will Stephen Fulton and Naoya Inoue get in the ring? Will this fight happen? I think it's going to happen. But man, I tell you, this thing with the stacked gloves, stack hand wraps, it's ugly, ugly business. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.